Okay, so to finish off this mini-series, we are now going to be ranking every album from Fear Factory, which is my third favorite band, so you know the drill. Let's get right into it. Number 10, Soul of a New Machine. Now, as I've explained in the first two episodes, just because an album ranks lower on these lists, it does not mean it's bad. It just means it's my least favorite. But why is their debut album my least favorite? Well, because while this album bursts Fear Factory, in my opinion, it has not aged the greatest in terms of sound, and Burton's voice is not his best. However, that being said, this album is not without its highlight tracks, even despite the production and vocal criticisms I have, like Martyr, Leechmaster, and Scapegoat, which, yes, is only 3 tracks, but they definitely carry this record. So I'm gonna say this album is a least favorite of mine. Number 9, The Industrialist. So this record is a bit above number 10. However, that's not really saying much because it has a similar issue with the production not being great. For example, the drums being digital, which normally I don't mind digital drums being used, but they need to be mixed right. And on this thing, they definitely aren't, because the snare is in the foreground, while everything else, except the vocals, are in the background. Now, yes, this issue was fixed on the remix version of this album, Reindustrialized, though it didn't fix this album having too many filler tracks, except the highlights, which are Recharger, New Messiah, Depraved Mind Murder, and Virus of Faith. But I'm going to put this as another least favorite record. Number 8, Transgression. Fun fact about this record, it's one of 2 delisted albums in Fear Factory's discography from some kind of rights issue. But anyways, this is yet another album that suffers from a shoddy production and filler tracks, but I do have a bit of a soft spot for this album, and don't really hate it like everyone else. Mainly because of the highlight tracks, which definitely do carry this thing, such as 540,000 Degrees Fahrenheit, Transgression, the title track, Supernova, Millennium, which is a cover of Killing Joke, Moment of Impact, and Empire. So I'm gonna say this is an okay album. Number 7, Mechanize. So this was more of a return to form record for this band at the time, and it definitely shows. The production is a definite improvement over the last picks, because the guitar sounds great, Burton's vocals are amazing on this thing, and the drums are mixed right. The riffs are also good. Now, not every song on this album is great, but these are the ones I really like, and they are Industrial Discipline, Fear Campaign, Power Shifter, Trisploitation, Oxidizer, and Controlled Demolition. So, this is a decent album. Number 6, Demanufacture. Now, if number 10 wasn't a controversial pick, this certainly will be. But here's why it's at number 6. Well, while this record is far from the worst thing ever, it's also not my favorite record. Mainly because a few songs do sound the same, and Burton's vocals, while not bad, aren't where they need to be quite yet. But there definitely are some great songs on here, like Demanufacture, the title track, Self-Biased Resistor, Replica, New Breed, Body Hammer, Flashpoint, and HK Hunter Killer. So I'm gonna say this is a good album. Number 5, Aggression Continuum. So this is the final album with Burton C. Bell as the vocalist, as he left the band in 2020. But the actual album has some good stuff going for it, like the production and Burton's vocals, despite being his last vocal performance in Fear Factory, is still really damn good. And the riffs are pretty good on a lot of songs. This record also, in a way, kind of sounds like every album they've done with Burton up to this point on some tracks, which is awesome to listen to. Speaking of the songs, some of them are also pretty good, like Recode, Disruptor, Aggression Continuum, the title track, Purity, Fuel Injected Suicide Machine, Cognitive Dissonance, Monolith, and End of Line. So, overall, a pretty good album. Number 4, Genexus. Now, this album is like a better version of Mechanize, in my opinion, and I may get hate for saying that, but here's why I draw that comparison. It's because they sound a little similar to each other, which is not a bad thing. The production is also a bit better sounding. The breakdowns of some of these songs are absolute fire as well. The riffs are pretty good too, and Burton's vocals are on point. Not to mention, there's also some great songs on here, like Autonomous Combat System, Anodized, Dielectric, Soul Hacker, Protomech, Genexus, the title track, Church of Execution, and Regenerate. So, I'll say this is another pretty good album. Number 3, Archetype. So, this is the second of the two delisted albums because of, again, rights issues, but it's a real shame because this record is definitely a hidden gem to me. It has some pretty good groovy riffs, and Burton's vocals are once again great on here. And there's so many good songs, such as Slave Labor, Cyber Waste, Act of God, Drones, Archetype, the title track, Bite the Hand That Bleeds, Bone Scraper, Human Shields, and School, which is a Nirvana cover. So, definitely a pretty good and underrated album. Number 2, Obsolete. This might just have to be one of the greatest records Fear Factory has ever done. The riffs are so damn good, and the new metal elements are mixed pretty well. The vocals are, of course, good too. The bass work also really stands out on this album, and the songs are really good as well. Like Shock, Edge Crusher, Smasher slash Devourer, Securitron's Police State 2000, Descent, Freedom or Fire, Obsolete the title track, Resurrection, and Cars Remix, a cover of Gary Newman. So I'm gonna say this album is really good. And last but not least, number 1, Digimortal. Now, why I have this as my number 1 pick is because this album has a lot of what I love about Fear Factory, while also being in one of my favorite styles of metal, aka nu metal. The riffs are, of course, really catchy, and not only are Burton's screams great, his cleans are also, in my opinion, really good on this album in particular. The new metal elements are also a lot better realized on here than Obsolete. This album was also my first introduction to the band as well, so it of course gets some points for that. Some of the tracks are also really, really good, such as What Will Become, Damaged, Digimortal, the title track, No One, Linchpin, Invisible Wounds, Dark Bodies, Back the Fuck Up, Bite Block, and Memory Imprints Never End. That's only some. So, this album is really good and absolutely my favorite record from them. So, with that being said, this concludes both the ranking and the mini-series. It's definitely been a fun little series to do, and that is also going to do it for today. And whatever thoughts you may have about this list, or if you have your own list, be sure and put it in the comments section. And as always, I will see you all next time.